Okay, welcome back to Kimbo's Crafts. I'm Kimbo, and this is my channel where I go over all things crafts, journaling, travel related, those sorts of things. I upload a video every week on Wednesday, so stay tuned to see what's up next. For this week's video, I thought I would just take a little time to go over some of the kind of organizational things I do to keep myself well organized when I'm working on projects, specifically scrapbooks, those sorts of things. In general, when you do scrapbooking, you're going to have a lot of stuff. It just eventually happens. You might start out with just stickers, but next thing you know, you have stickers, stamps, bookmarks, ephemera. Everything just sorts of explodes. It helps to have a dedicated space for that, which I luckily do now. I used to not for years and years. You know, renting, you don't have a lot of space, but in my house, I was able to get myself a space for just all my creative things. And I have a lot of them, so it's actually very full. But scrapbooking takes up most of probably my space. The most important thing I have is a dedicated desk, which is this. And I actually got a desk that was set up to be a sewing desk. It has two sides. It's a table, really. It has two sides with two drawers. And it was a lucky find I found at just one of those resale, reclamation kind of furniture stores. So I don't know, I don't really have tips and tricks for how to find one, but that is just my favorite item I have because of those drawers and the little cubbies. I can keep a lot of things in there tucked away only when I need them. I can pull them out really quick when I'm sitting at my desk. And so I love that the most. And there's a lot of little things. And then I also have another desk that has a lot of cubbies in it that I've had, well, since I was a child, actually. So it's kind of, it's just something that's near and dear to my heart and I haven't been able to part with. And I've made it a way to keep it by working it into my organization because it has those cubbies. It's a really nice height. I've stacked all sorts of things on it. It gets a lot of use. Speaking of stacking things, like I said, you get a lot of little stuff. So for instance, I have this desk cubby that's holding a bunch of things. And this was originally purchased by my husband for his desk, his work desk, and then he didn't end up using it. So I was like, oh, I could use that. So it's just a simple kind of Post-it note pen holder kind of one. This is actually from the Pokemon company. It's a cardboard pop-up one, so really not expensive. There's all sorts of options out there. But this is how I keep my stamps, certain stickers, just those sorts of things, all the little sticker tweezers, yeah, stamp ink pads. It holds a lot. So just any old organizer, it can help. In fact, I think out of the box a lot on that sort of stuff. One item I have, it's a little bulky, so I won't pull it in over here because I don't think it'll even fit. It holds a lot. It's got all these little slots. I originally purchased it for a syrup pump kind of tray for my kitchen, and then it never ended up going in there. It didn't work how I wanted it to work, but it has these nice compartments where the syrup pumps would go, and they're square, so it holds all sorts of things. And that's what I actually have my pens, scissors, other little things, washi tapes in. So just think outside of the box when it comes to that. In fact, another example, while I'm still on that, is I have this is a messy example, but I have this bag that I got. It's a Colombian made bag. Very beautiful the way they make it. I don't need another purse, but I really loved this bag. And so and because it's a bucket bag, it can hold a lot. So this is where I keep kind of my big stuff. It's kind of a grab bag bucket. But when I know that I need my cutting implements or tapes, kind of the big junk that doesn't fit nicely in the little cubbies, it's going to be in my bucket. And so yeah, this is a little example of something that I loved. I saw it, I really wanted to have it, and I gave it a purpose. So just be crafty and creative with your storage. Now, speaking on the traveling aspect, when you're going on travels, at least that's what I scrapbook, and you're collecting ephemera. I've mentioned it in the past. I usually use pouches. I have various sizes of these pouches. This is a very small example, but it's what I could find that isn't currently got stuff in it. But I always pack a little pouch, and then I have my pocket notebook. As I've mentioned before, that was something I always did. In the future, I'm going to start using this accordion file. I think this is actually for bills, but again, just think outside of the box. This is a very simple tool. It's not much bigger, and it'll let me kind of treat my ephemera better than just shoving them in this. Because honestly, when these pouches start getting full, you start messing up your receipts. You start abusing your ephemera more than necessary. So I think this will help me kind of keep them cleaner, less bunched up, and also I can organize. It's got a couple of pouches in here, so I can even organize ahead of time according to locations, dates, however I feel. In that space, when I come home, because I decided to use that, or the reason I decided to use that is because when I come home, I have been using an accordion file for my organization with my scrapbooks. This one's actually currently got stuff in it. This is a simple plastic accordion file that I got from Target. Inexpensive, but it's pretty crucial when I come home and then have to separate everything out and find a way to organize how I want to do my scrapbook. So for instance, with my Italian scrapbook that I did for myself, I did it per day. And so this had enough spaces in here that I came home, I took my workspace and I laid out photos that I had printed per day, ephemera for each day, and then like little post-it notes of what each day we did so that I could have organization. And then I came to my accordion file here and I put them in the folders just one after the other. None of this stuff was in here. I took this stuff out because this had a purpose to just be used for the Italian book. It's currently now being used for other things. So here in the front, you've just got this large area, and this is where I keep kind of stickers that are going to be used in whatever project I'm working on. And this is how I keep my stencils separated by this paper to kind of keep them clean, neat, and not snagged. So this is my storage for generic stickers. And then currently I have it so I have trips waiting to be scrapbooked. So this first one here is the Cherokee Trail. Here's the Grand Canyon, I think. So the Yellowstone trip I took. Way back here is, funny enough, the Alaska book that I'm going to make for the trip I went on. And it's got everything. It's got the book that I'm going to use, stickers, ephemera. Not ideal to put it all in one pouch like this. I'm going to probably split it out. But currently, like I said, it's holding all these other projects. So when I get ready to actually break down my Alaskan ephemera and pictures, I'll probably take out the other items, set them aside so I can use the accordion file to organize that book specifically. But right now it's just being used as storage. So it has dual purpose. I just love how organized that can be for when I get ready to do my project. And I can always put stuff in there as I go. Like I said, that first section was where I just sort of capture the items that are going to be used in future uses. Other things I do is I have a box. Let me see if I can get it into this shot. Well, actually, it's more of a cardboard chest. You'll see the color scheme here. So it was a cardboard chest that I think is from Joann's. My mother-in-law gave me a Christmas gift one time, and instead of wrapping a box, she just presented it in this trunk, and I just loved it so much and wanted to give it a purpose. And again, it's nice to have kind of like a bucket area to put things. So this is kind of my grab bag box. I put things that I think I could use later. So this was a bag from a museum that I purchased some things from. I've got ribbons that could be used. I've got tissue paper that came with packaging from products. I've got, here's some more stencils, stickers that have been used. Just everything kind of goes in here. Let's see, wrapping paper I was able to peel off. So this is my grab bag. Tissue paper, just everything that is kind of being scrapped or in use, doesn't have a purpose right now. For instance, in my my accordion file, I keep the things that I have a purpose for right now. and I'll go through. So I have stickers in there that are related to traveling and those sorts of things because of the projects that I have sorted in there. I will take those out when I'm done with those projects. I'll go through here. So let's say the next time I'm going to use that, I'm going to make a book about a family member. Let's say I want to make one dedicated to my niece or something. Then I'll go through here and I'll pick out stickers, alphabets, those sorts of things that could work with that project, and I'll tuck them into that folder. So I don't ever have to come back here and dig through all of it every page, but I do keep everything kind of contained so there's not just trash floating everywhere. And it's nice to have somewhere I can go, sort through what I've got, put them in my project accordion file, and then put it back here. And then it's quite full, as you can see, but there's a lot in here. So yeah, that's just some tips and tricks I use. I have to say, beyond, if I had to pick my two favorite items or things that I do, it's going to be the table. Just having a dedicated workspace after having years and years of just having to sort of put things away and then drag out. I used to have like a basket. So I would drag out my basket, have to clear the kitchen table, work there, and then pack it all away. Having that dedicated space where everything's at is just phenomenal. I understand it's not possible for everybody because I've been there. And so in that case, you kind of need to have a mobile workstation, something like a box, a basket, those sorts of things, so you can bring it out when you're ready. And when that happens, it's really important to have that organization. And so that's where I kind of created my accordion file system. So that would be my second greatest tip and I guess product to use besides items for actually scrapbooking and making the item. Organization can be very key, especially when you have so much and everything it just keeps expanding, which is a good thing. It's a good thing when you can get things and reuse them and you have that space to do that. And that's something I really like to do is reuse items that I come across. That's where the ephemera comes in. Okay, so that's a quick kind of introduction. Let me know what you think, what kind of things you use to organize. I like to, like I said, think outside the box. I have all sorts of baskets, bucket bags, boxes, wooden carts. Yeah, the sky is the limit. Trunks. So yeah, let me know what you use, things you've learned over the years, and how you like to organize your projects. Again, this is Kimbo with Kimbo's Crafts. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.